Before we get started with this video, don't forget the heart giveaway will be ending January 31st. That's in less than 10 days. Don't miss out on this. Go get yourself a t-shirt or a sticker. Every $5 spent will get you one entry into winning one of these 5 hearts. Now let's get started with this video. What's going on, everybody? So we're gonna start this video off a little bit different. I'm actually gonna go for a little run. It's not no like new year, new me thing. I just wanna be a little bit healthier. So I was talking with Emilio too. We're gonna have like a little, not even like a competition, but he's been running more and working out. So we're gonna see who can run the fastest mile in 2020. And to do that, I'm gonna have to start out small. Like, I think I might have to do maybe like half a mile. I don't even know if I'll be able to do half a mile today. So I'm gonna start out small, I'll do like half a mile and then slowly work my way up to a mile. But I haven't ran in probably a year. So this is gonna be pretty hard. I'm not gonna take you guys with me. Just basically gonna be having you guys hold me accountable for actually doing this. So before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put a podcast on, go for a run with Lucy. Lucy, you ready to go? Ready to go for a walk? You ready? Or I guess a run? You ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? It's a little weird running with Lucy, but it's probably good for her too. She's starting to get old, so I want to make sure that she stays healthy as well. So I know we joke around about the whole dad bod thing, but being healthy isn't a joke. So yeah, let's do this. Whew. Man, I'm out of breath. That was intense. Ran about a little over half a mile, like 0.6 of a mile in about less than 6 minutes, and then I walked. I ran 1.16 miles in 16 minutes. So I got really tired after half a mile. Felt like I couldn't breathe too. It's also really cold, so my lungs felt all weird, but even Lucy's out of breath. Hi, Lucy, you out of breath? Even you're tired, old girl. You're getting old, 9 years old. She's starting to slow down too, so all right, let's start the day. So now that I've caught my breath, today we're gonna be working on the RX-7. I got a little list of stuff that I wanna be doing today. So first things first, I wanna clean the spots off, the paint off of the crossmember for the new motor mounts. Degrease the engine bay because it's really nasty. Paint the bare spots. So I need to paint the bare spots because where you obviously spill some brake fluid, just over time, I guess it probably just ate the paint. I'll show you guys that here in a second. The lower control arm, the radius rods, that actually hold the lower control arms in place. I'll show you guys that also. Steering shaft support material, put the motor back in, motor mounts. So I know some people were commenting about the whole steering shaft support, and I was thinking about it, and I was talking with Brent and Sean, and they were saying the same thing, that I should put a little support there, even if it's just like a 3/4 inch heim, just somewhere that attaches to the chassis, so that way when the steering is, say, under a lot of load, like say I'm going fast and I got to turn it or whatever, it's got a lot of load on it, that it just doesn't flex that steering shaft or do anything weird with it. So I will be adding something to that. I'm going to figure out what I need today, and I'll be ordering that. And then also the little, so before factory, it had a piece that came from the frame rail that like had a radius rod that went to the control arms to hold it, because right now it's not bad, but like with these bushings in, it doesn't move as much, but the lower control arm can actually like move, like pivot on the bolt hole right here. So I need to do something about that. I'll probably have to end up putting them this way towards the back because the tie rods are actually in the way. And then as far as the bare spots, as you can see here, this paint is hurting. And I believe it's just, it could be from the fuel too that I've spilled on it, but it's definitely from the brake fluid. Like, check out the booster. It's all nasty just from probably bleeding the brakes and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna degrease that, degrease this side too, and then I think I might just ghetto-ly paint the frame rails black, and then when I go to paint this and like finish up the upper bar for the tube front, I will get like the stock color from Napa, and then spray like from here, this line up on both sides, the actual color. To degrease it, I'm gonna use this LA's Totally Awesome. Little life hack, if you guys don't know about this stuff, I saw this in the Subbing Mechanics thing quite a bit back, but this LA's Totally Awesome degreaser is at the dollar store. It's really cheap. It's $1 for a bottle, and it actually works really well. I can actually like, what I'll do is I'll use about half the bottle and then I'll put water back in it, and it still seems to work really great. So you just soak it and then wipe it off. Got a little brush too to get all that nasty that grease off. Should be a fun day. Just gonna go ahead, before I even spray it, just kind of wipe some of this nasty stuff off. Ooh, that's nasty. This is so gross. I honestly don't know what this is from. The only thing I'm almost thinking is maybe it's from the steering box when I just took it out. But like all this paint being nasty is definitely like, look at that, it's literally just coming right off. That's definitely from the brake fluid. So yeah, just gonna clean up this a little bit and then spray her, let her soak. Soak the shit out of this stuff. Ugh, it touched me. I feel like I'm scrubbing some of the rotary off this thing right now. This thing hasn't been cleaned in a minute. Dang, she was dirty. Real dirty. Just gonna hit her with some spray paint really quick. Doesn't have to look good. Probably never see it anyways, so gonna hit it real quick and then try and put this motor in. Shit. Got the cherry picker hooked up to the motor. Just put it in really quick. Just got to take this front bumper off, super easy. Just these 2 bolts right here, if I can find them. 1. I don't know if I can film this. 2. Now I should just pop out of these things. Nice and easy. This side's a little jacked up. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Just like that. Ooh, that is ice. That is so nice. Look at all that room. I'm at the track, gotta work on it. Just rip that front bumper off, 2 bolts. So simple. I'm glad I reused these original brackets. Dang, that is flimsy. Who did that like that? Now with the bumper out of the way, it should be pretty easy to just slide the motor in. For now, I'm just gonna hook up the transmission mount, so that way I can reuse the same drive shaft. I'm gonna be making the transmission mount when we put the cage in it also, but for now, it'll still be in the same spot, so I can use the old mount. It's just gonna end up moving. So gonna bolt it in the old transmission mount, put the drive shaft in it, so that way I know it's all good, and then see where it kind of lays here. I don't know. I really hope I don't have to do motor plates, but if I remember right, these motor mounts, like where they end up, they actually sit quite a bit further back from the K-member, so I don't really know if I want to like weld something from here over to it, but I guess we'll see when we get the motor in there. Check it out, motor is back in. Don't have the motor mounts on or anything, like I said. I'm gonna have to make those. We'll see how that goes. But check it out, guys. Look at all this room we have. So much room for big turbo, water to air, a nice radiator, the whole shebang. Check this out, guys. Let me get under here really quick. Check it. Steering rack doesn't even come close to the pan. It's kind of hard to tell, but it doesn't even come close to touching it. Steering shaft is nice and out of the way. Building some headers is actually gonna be really easy now with that steering box out of the way. Before, it was almost impossible to build a set of headers for this thing. So, that might actually do it for this video. I gotta head over to the exhaust shop because the wagon is getting an exhaust today. Y'all see that video though later. I think that's all I got for you guys. So, may come back, play some other things in a little bit, and figure out all the other stuff I have to do on my list. But let's cross some stuff off. So, clean spots for motor mounts, did that. Degrease engine bay, did that. Paint the bare spots? Yeah, I did that. Lower control arm radius rod locations? I kinda did that. So we'll just check it. Steering shaft support. I haven't done that yet. Put the motor back in. We did that. Motor mounts, not yet. So crossing that stuff off our list. The motor mounts will be really easy. I'll come back later and see everything I need. But yeah, other than that, the motor is back in the RX-7, guys. Hopefully here soon we'll make some progress and we'll get the cage going now. I just put the motor back in just because I felt bad a little bit. It's over on Kyle's spot and it was taking up space, and then now it doesn't take up any space once it's in the car. So be able to do the roll cage here in a little bit. I'll get the front motor mounts done, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. Hopefully here for the next couple of weeks we'll be starting on the roll cage for the RX-7. Actually, real quick before I end this video, there's one more thing I got to do. And I was just thinking about this. I've never seen what this thing looks like with the motor in it, with the weight of the motor on the car. So just pushing it around, I just kind of guessed. I lowered it almost as far down as I can get it right now. So let's see what this looks like. I'm kind of curious to see how the camber looks and see, because right now it's pretty low. So I have a feeling it's going to probably like maybe eat the fender. But let's see really quick. See if I can do this one-handed. Nice and slow. Oh, she's squatting. Or I mean, I guess not even squatting, reverse squatting. She's sagging. Dang, Daniel. Oh, she tucks. I can't believe that. It looks like it tucks the fender. I mean, I'm gonna need to get them rolled, but if this lip was gone, this inner lip was gone, these things would tuck. I could easily cut this lip off. That looks sick. Oh, that's so awesome. That makes me so excited. Wait, that side tucks. Let's see this side. Oh, this side tucks in too. Man, that's perfect. Check that out, guys. That makes me so happy. I'm so happy. Put so much work into that Mustang front, and I was still worried that the front was gonna have to be super jacked up. So this makes me really excited. That's awesome. The pan is really low to the ground right now. It's not gonna ride that low, but check this out. Let's see how she looks from the side. Oh, she looks good. Dang, it actually looks like the nose is down more than the rear, which is hard on this car because this thing is like deceiving, but it tucks this 28 so nice. And the fronts are 24s. So check that out. Man, that looks so good. Hope you all ready for 2020. This season's gonna be nuts. Still planning on trying to get this car ready. First trip down the track, April 4th at Cletus & Cars Bradenton. So got a lot of work to do still. Have a whole 25 we got to do in this thing. Got some work to do, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We'll be back at you tomorrow. Gonna be working on the wagon. Got to do the exhaust on it. We'll be making a video on that. And also, we'll be back at it tomorrow running. Hopefully I'm not too sore. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios. Don't forget, enter the giveaway. Go get yourself a shirt or a sticker.